Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to SOS, where I'm saving our sex lives one bedroom at a time. My name is LaKeesha Hines, and I am so happy to be here with you guys this evening. Let me know where you're streaming from. I always want to know, where are you checking in from? Make sure you drop that in the chat so I can shout you out. So, listen, I know you guys can read, right? And you can look and see what tonight's topic is about. It's secure attachment in the bedroom, right? And how it affects your bedroom activity, how it affects your relationship, how it affects your sexual energy and that whole vibe with you and your spouse or your partner. But before we get into that, I really want to talk to you guys about the power of manifestation. There's a lot of things that we all can look at, we can reflect on in our lives, and we can say, I don't have what it is that I want. I don't have everything that, I feel like were goals. I haven't met specific goals in my life. And we go on this quest to try to find those things, or to try to fill that void that we have with something else. And oftentimes it's something unhealthy that we're doing. And so rather than, my first thing always is, if there's something that is missing, if there's a void, or there's something that you want more of in your relationship, instead of turning outward to look for whatever the thing is, or to fill the void with something else, instead of turning outward, turn inward to your partner. It's something that I'm always encouraging you guys to do. But, if you're not in that headspace, or maybe you tried that and it wasn't successful, then, let's talk about what you as an individual can do. And so that's why I want to just talk to you a little bit about manifestation. This was not a part of our topic for tonight, but I don't know. I just feel like this is something that maybe somebody needs. So, if you're familiar at all with manifestation, then you would have heard the laws of attraction, right? Because it's a concept that's very familiar. I mean, Oprah brought it out in her book, The Secret, back in 2006, and it sold literally like more than 30 million copies. And so it's something that Deepak Chopra talks about, Gabrielle Bernstein, Iyanla Van Zant. They've all talked about it. These are big names, right, that have discussed this and talked about it. But one of the things that I would like to point out is that, this does not happen overnight. Manifestation is not like you snap your fingers and then automatically things are manifesting. So what it's really about is turning your dreams into reality. And so it's not just sitting on the couch daydreaming and, just hoping and trusting that it will one day turn into reality. No, you have to take proactive steps toward whatever it is that you desire. You cannot expect for it to happen instantly, right? And so while it is not an overnight process, it is something that will take time. Time literally is a small price to pay for what hopefully you will get in the end. All right. So, again, what is manifestation? Bringing something tangible into your life through attraction and belief. For example, if you think it, it will come. Now, there's more to manifestation than just willpower and positive thinking, right? Manifesting, um, Angelina Lombardo said, manifesting is making everything you want to feel and experience a reality through your thoughts, actions, beliefs, and emotions. All right. So, the first thing we want to do when we want to start manifesting is getting clear about our goals. That is the first thing. If you have no clue what it is that you want, you don't know what your goals are, how are you going to manifest? Because remember, we are bringing these things, right, that are um in our minds, right? It's bringing something tangible in your life through attraction and belief. But if you don't even know what it is that you want, If you're not thinking it, it's not going to come. So the first thing is be clear about your goals. What is it that you want? You have to know exactly what you want. If you work with me, if you are one of my clients, the first thing I ask you, what do you want? Because you're the only one who dreams your dreams, right? And so you have to know that. And whatever you desire, you have to make your intention as specific as possible. The more concise, the more clear, the better. Okay. So sometimes we might say, oh, I want my dream job, and leave it at that. So you have to say more than that. What is your dream job? What are the hours? What's the pay? Do you want vacation time? Do you want medical insurance? Do you want life insurance? Right? What qualities, what characteristics, what values need to be attached to this job? So the more specific, the better. All right. So once your goals are in clear and you set your intention, then ask for what you want and write it down. Habakkuk 2 and 3 in the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. All right. So write it down. Oprah talked a lot about vision boards, right? So a lot of people do vision boards. I love a good vision board, right? You could do that. And it doesn't have to be a paper thing that you create with a collage of magazine tear outs. I mean, that's cool. That's old school, but you can do a digital vision board. People do that all the time. Some people even have future boxes, right? Which is just a container full of pictures or items that you want to manifest. But whatever it is, you need to be exact. So you can pinpoint exactly what your hopes, dreams, and goals are, so that you can ask for what it is that you want. And you can do it through prayer, meditation, visualization, speaking your intentions out loud, or like I said, a vision board. But whatever it is, be clear, be clear, be clear. Write it down on paper. Okay. Um, there is something that has become pretty popular on TikTok. It's called the 369 method. So basically, you write down what you want in this order: 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night for either 33 or 45 days. But it could be something as simple as just writing a letter to God. Okay. All right. So after you have set your goals, set your intentions, and ask for what you want, you wrote it down, then you're going to start working towards your goals. So manifesting is also known as co-creating, because it's a collaboration between you and the universe. That's what Gabrielle Bernstein said. It is a collaboration between you and the universe. So knowing exactly what you want is half the battle, but you won't see any results without action. This is also biblical and spiritual, right? Faith without works is dead. You got to believe, but you also got to move. Okay. So now start thinking about what steps you need to take to reach your goals, and then build them into your routine. So if you're trying to make like a major career change, you might want to start networking with people in your new field and set up some practice job interviews. Okay. All right. Then you want to be mindful and thankful of what you receive. Be mindful of what you receive and be thankful for what you receive, right? So you may not get everything you envision in the order and the time frame that you want. That's typically how God works. But you should receive and you should acknowledge what you do get, no matter how big or small it is. All right. You want to be mindful of and thankful for whatever it is that you receive. You can do this by creating a gratitude journal. You can take 5 to 10 minutes before you go to sleep and write down what you're grateful for, as well as anything that may have happened during the day that brings you closer to whatever it is you're trying to manifest. So maybe you want to save enough money for retirement, and you get a call from your service provider for your phone or your cable bill or whatever, saying that, hey, we got a way to lower your monthly bill. Man, that saves you money. That puts you closer towards being able to save more money for your retirement. It's just a small example. All right. Another thing that's really important with this manifestation is letting go of any resistance and limiting beliefs. Oh my gosh, the mind is the battlefield, said Joyce Meyer. We really have to be mindful of our mindset and our behaviors, because we have got to remove any obstacles or any limiting beliefs that are going to cloud our vision, including fear and negative self-talk. We often tell ourselves we're not good enough, we're not worthy enough, we're not smart enough, we're not enough, whatever it is. And it's a tape that plays over and over and over again. So we have to be conscious of that and make sure that we're not acting out of a false belief system. All right. And so we do have to let go of any resistance and let go of any limiting beliefs. And how you move past your limiting beliefs are to identify what they actually are. So you're going to ask yourself, what are the beliefs that I have about myself that could be hindering my progress? And you write down your answers. Then you want to cross out the limiting beliefs and write your new affirmations in their place. So one of the things that I said, as an example, is I'm not worthy enough, right? Not worthy enough. So you would scratch that out and your affirmation would be, I am worthy. Okay. If it's, I don't deserve love, if that's a limited belief, then you scratch that out and you say, I deserve love, right? So whatever it is, you write an affirmation to counter whatever the negative self-talk is, whatever the limiting belief is. All right. Also, make sure you check and change your energy. Energy is everything. And what we put out into the world is what we get back. So we are constantly sending out negative energy through either our thoughts or our feelings, then we're going to attract that same energy back. So we have to make sure we shift our energy, right? Or, sometimes you'll hear people talk about raising your vibrations, right? So you'll attract more positivity, which will help you realize your goals if you're able to shift that energy. And it's really simple, quite simple to shift your energy. You just focus on any activity or any thoughts that will create feelings of joy and happiness. So it could be doing something nice for somebody else, could be donating to a meaningful cause or organization, volunteering. Maybe it's meditating in the morning. Maybe it's yoga, quick little yoga class. Maybe it's some time in nature, those of you who enjoy being outside, or maybe it's just treating yourself to some self-care. But just be mindful, be flexible, trust the process. The process is fluid. So you got to trust your actions, visions, and clarity, as well as the powers that be, which is God. Faith, for sure, is the motivator and the guiding force that we need. But be flexible, trust the process, be kind to yourself. We can manifest love. We can manifest money, right? We can do that. We can manifest those things. The fastest way to manifest something that you want is if you see it and feel it, you will achieve it. The easiest way to manifest something is to be clear about what you want. Don't put out mixed signals. Take action and make sure you are working toward your goal. Okay. And you should remain receptive also. All right. Ask for what you want. Be on the lookout for signs of any success or any achievements. And just remember, the only thing that's stopping you from manifesting your dreams is you. Whatever you can visualize in your mind, you can hold in your hand. All right. So hopefully that helps you. Like I said, this is not even like what I intended, like set out to talk to you guys about, but I really just, again, like it's just something that I felt that I wanted to share with you guys tonight, because one of the things that we're talking about is secure attachment, right? And some of you may not have that secure attachment yet. So I want you to know you can manifest that. We can manifest anything. All right. So we're going to take a quick break and then I will get into the actual topic that I had for you tonight. I will get into that. All right. So quick break. Do not go anywhere. I promise you will appreciate that. You will love this. All right. So don't go anywhere. Be right back.
When 45 men from all walks of life come together in one place for one purpose, there is a collective harmony that produces an amplification of power that leaves an impact on the lives of men that cannot be erased. A fraternity of legendary men, all at the tipping point, on the precipice of greatness, meeting for one weekend to turn their worlds inside out. For the first time ever, the Foundry Experience. Not an event, not a seminar or retreat, but an opportunity to come face to face with the man you were always destined to be. If you want a life that's better than the one that you are living, meet us January 2023 for the Foundry Experience.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What's up? My boy Ben is in the house. Hello to LaKeesha, DKF 1217, LaShonda. Hello, hello. I think it's Juanita and JD Pruitt. Oh man, we got Louisiana in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Sis, did you have gumbo? I just want to know. Did you have gumbo for Thanksgiving? I need to know. Let me know. Drop it in the chat. That's important. That is essential information. What's up, Cali Power Couple? All right, you guys. So I just finished like giving you like a mini like a mini masterclass on manifestation. And I hope that that was beneficial to you all. I did see some of the comments and I appreciate that. Eats Alicia said, facts, learning to dream with my eyes wide open. That's right, sis. She said, must be intentional and expectant. Yes, DKF 1217 said, I have recently really started digging into understanding manifestation with a biblical parallel. Speak those things that aren't as though they are. Yes. I don't know if you're a male or female, so I can't say. I'm just going to say, yes, fam. Yes. Absolutely. Talisha also said, so true. It's a mindset thing. Yes, it is for sure. All right. So let's jump into this secure attachment. All right. So you guys know this has been a series, right, where I was talking about different types of attachment. So tonight we're talking about secure attachment. And this one is affectionate. It seeks long-term relationships. And those folks who have secure attachments are less likely to engage in casual sex and attachment styles than any of the other attachment styles. And so those folks who have a secure attachment, they generally have low levels of both anxiety and avoidance. So I don't know if you guys remember, anxiety was one of the attachments, avoidance was one of them. And so securely attached individuals, they are less likely to worry about their self-worth or about their role in a relationship because they're secure. They are secure. Instead, they tend to feel good about themselves and their love lives. These are the folks that are usually looking for a long-term and a committed relationship that is based on trust, mutual understanding, and emotional closeness. All right. And once they find that, they feel satisfied. They feel very positive about their sex lives and they're comfortable with experimenting and trying new things in the bedroom. You know, often I have clients, they're talking to me about their significant other or, you know, their partner, whatever. They're talking about how their partner may not want to try new things in the bedroom. Well, if they don't feel secure in a relationship, they don't feel secure within themselves, it's going to be tough for them to open themselves up in that way. Remember, I told you guys, when you are having sex with someone, you're being intimate with someone, like this is the most vulnerable you can possibly be. So what does that say? I need to be able to trust you. I need to know that I am safe with you. I need to know who you are. And I need to know who I am, right? In order for us to completely open ourselves up to our partners and to our spouses, right? So the more secure the attachment, the more willing we are to experiment and try new things, right? Okay, so where do I want? Oh, look at your comments. Look at your comments. Oh, Mr. Thomas, you said I'm Texas, Louisiana, and I definitely had gumbo, shrimp, crabs. Okay, you just gonna break it down, tell me everything. I can't have none. DK says I was a secured attachment until husband's infidelity, and now I am anxious attachment. I feel that, and that's real. Thank you for sharing that. For sure, the attachment does change because again, now you don't trust yourself. You're not confident. You don't trust your partner. So yes, there's all types of insecurity that jumps in, creeps in, leaps in right when there's infidelity, for sure. So, um, yeah, now going back, because one of the things I taught you guys too was going back to adolescence and what that looks like. So during adolescence, a lot of times secure individuals, they are less likely to engage in one night stands or casual sex. They're also less likely to use sex to manipulate others or to feed their egos. And I told you the insecure attachments, they were all in with these one night stands and casual sex. And also sex was used right to try to manipulate the feelings of others or their particular egos. And so the main reason for secure adolescent sexual encounters is to express affection for their lovers. And so they're individuals who already enjoy satisfying and passionate sex early in their lives, which is healthy, 100% healthy. Okay? So think about it. If you are, we talked about all the different attachments, and I want you guys to let me know, drop it in the chat, like which attachment style do you think you have? All right, let me know. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give you a minute to drop that in there for me. Drop it in there. Let me know because it's important that we are all aware of our attachment styles. So just take a moment and drop it in there, what you think you have. All right, JD, you said secure. And I know DK, you said once there was secure attachment, but now there's anxious. Um, Ben says, good morning from Nashville. I miss when I was secure attachment, dismissing, avoided, now probably permanent. Okay, so listen, what did I say about manifestation, sir? We're going to speak those things as if they are. We're going to speak positivity, not negativity. Okay, so now let's dive in. Let's dive in. All right, you guys. So now we are looking at the 10 signs of secure attachment in bed. First one, preferring sexual activity in committed romantic relationships. The other attachments that we talked about, remember, they didn't really want the committed relationship, didn't really want the romanticism, right? Because they were disconnected, detached, they were insecure attachments. Second sign, seeking long term relationships based on trust, mutual understanding, and warmth. Yes. So definitely they want to make sure that both parties are heard and understood. They want the warm and cozy and fuzzy. They want all of that affection, which a lot of the other attachments did not want that warm and fuzzy, right? Third thing, more positive sexual self schemas. And so this is a really, really good one because really what it's talking about is mindset. It's talking about mentality, right? What is your mentality as it pertains to sex? Do you have a positive mindset? Do you have a negative mindset? And so, really, if you're not familiar with the term self schema, it's really the beliefs and thoughts people have about themselves. And they do that in order to organize information about themselves. They're literally just generalizations about the self. All right. And where do we get these generalizations from? Past experiences and how we're actually acting in the present. All right. So do we have positive Beliefs and thoughts about ourselves. Do we? Most people who have a secure attachment, they do. They have a more positive sexual self schema, more positive beliefs and thoughts about sex. All right. Number 4, enjoying expressions of love and passion through touching. Some of the insecure attachments, they do not want to be touched. They do not want to be touched. And so with our secure attachment, it actually makes them feel good. It actually makes them feel love. It increases the passion when they touch. Number 5, comfortable with experimenting in the bedroom with long term partners. And I shared that with you guys already. I told you the more secure you feel, the more safe you feel, the more willing you are to open up and try new things, be vulnerable, explore, right? And like I said, an experiment, try new things. And so it's important that both parties, now I can't talk, both parties feel safe and secure, and then they often will be satisfied when they feel safe and they feel secure. Number 6, enjoying sex and being comfortable with intimacy. And so, again, if you watched any of the other shows, the insecure attachments often were extremely uncomfortable with intimacy. They may have enjoyed sex, right? But they weren't comfortable with the intimacy piece. So it was like, okay, well, give me the sex and then leave me alone. A lot of them prefer one night stands. They didn't want the emotional attachment or the connection. But with secure attachment, not only are they enjoying sex, but they're also enjoying the intimacy. So they're getting the fullness, right, of what a relationship has to offer, which I think is beautiful. All right, number 7, fewer doubts about intimate relationships. Remember, a lot of the other attachments, they just did not like the idea of intimacy. They really, really did not like the idea of intimacy. And actually, specifically with the anxious, preoccupied attachment style, they worried about how they were perceived, so much so that they literally will only have sex to seek proximity, reassurance, and approval. That's it. Like using sex to actually satisfy their need for security and love. But it's like, it's unhealthy in the sense that we should not be using sex for that, right? Sex should be used to enjoy one another, to connect on a deeper level, and it should not be used to actually manipulate in any way, shape, or form, or to make you feel like, oh, this is the only way that I'm going to get love is by having sex. Like, that's unhealthy. This secure attachment is like, no, I'm enjoying sex and I want the intimacy. I want to enjoy you, right? And I want to enjoy this experience with you. Okay. Where are we? Number 8, being more sexually restrictive. They're lower likelihood of sexual addiction. And so again, with the insecure attachments we talked about, sexual addiction was very common. Very common because a lot of times there were no restrictions, there were no boundaries, right? Because a lot of it is really self-serving, and so they're not even thinking about the other person or how their actions affect the other person. It's all about filling their needs, filling voids that they have, trying to create more security within themselves, but not, just not even being mindful of how their actions actually affect the other person or themselves, right? All right. So number 9, in adolescence, fewer one night stands, and main motive for sex is to express love for partner. I share that. Yes, they are having sex because it's an expression of love, and that's very healthy. In adolescence, fewer negative and more positive and passionate emotions during sexual activity versus second guessing and self-doubt and all of those things. So again, everything starts with you being secure within yourself. That will cause you to have a secure sex life as well. Rick, I love that you said sex with intimacy makes orgasms more powerful. Absolutely. I have said this multiple times. When you connect mentally, emotionally, and spiritually with your partner, the sex is like, right, mind blowing. It is the best. It is the absolute best when you are connected in all of those areas and all of those realms. So, you guys, hopefully you got something out of this. I hope that you all have secure attachment. If you don't, you can. There's hope. You definitely can develop a secure attachment, but it takes work, right? Myth the legend, reach out. This is what we are here for, right? Make the call, reach out, and get the support that you need, because that is why we are here. We are here to help each and every one of you. And so we know that there are times where literally you've tried and you're not getting anywhere, like you're not making the progress that you want to make. It's not being successful. You guys are just feeling like you're stagnant, and sometimes you get to a point where you just feel hopeless and helpless, right? And so that's the time when you really really need to bring someone else in. Idealistically, you bring someone else in before you even get to that point, but we understand that that doesn't always happen. So you've tried it, it's not working, now you need help. Make the call, reach out, set up a discovery call with Hassani, and I'm here for you. I got you. I want you all to enjoy your sex life, especially if you have been married and you've made a vow and a commitment to God. And so this is the your last piece, the last person that you're going to be sleeping with until the day that you die. You better make sure it's special and it's magical, and you do whatever you got to do to improve it and make it better so you can have the best sex of your life. So I see your question, JD, and yes, one can be secure and the other can be insecure. Absolutely. That happens all the time. Very common. So, you guys, enjoy your night. Enjoy your night. And I tell you, please make sure that you reach out for support if you need it. All right. Next week, if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm talking about weaponizing sex. So you don't want to miss it. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for all your love and support and for commenting and dropping your location, because I love to see where you're streaming from. But I will see you guys next week. Have an awesome, awesome night. Bye, you guys.